Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I don't have something to share from Dr. Allama Muhammad Iqbal today, but there are some thoughts that I have in my mind that I would like to share with you all. And so there are a few dots that I want to connect basically, and I will need your help, in this, inshallah. Okay, so the point that I have is it starts from life. Okay, so life, it's a beautiful thing. So we are on this earth and we are in this journey, and this life is a beautiful journey. And we are, by we I mean human beings, so we are travelers on this path, in this journey. And we are not the only travelers, right? So there are other creations that we see around us, and there will be others that we cannot see, as we know from religion. So we all are travelers, and but I can't really say anything about others, others. I can only talk about human beings, and so we human beings are strange kind of travelers on this journey. Okay, so why I am using strange for human beings? That's what my main point is. That's what I want to talk about, and let's see how it goes. So this life, when we are on this path, when we are here on this earth, so we grow up and we become adult, and then so we live our life. And so this life offers us many different possibilities. Okay, so it takes us through the ultimate low points. So in every life, for all of us, there are ultimate pits and lows. Okay, so this life offers us ultimate lows, and we find ourselves trapped in those, into the depths of those pits. Okay, and there we struggle when we are into those depths. We struggle there, we suffocate, we feel like there is no way out, we don't see a way out there, we struggle there. And we are basically, we suffer physically, maybe emotionally and spiritually. Okay, so we suffer physically, so there comes, maybe a point in life when somebody gets into, like, drugs or something. Okay, so all that is basically physical abuse of our bodies. Okay, then we mentally struggle, psychologically we struggle, and then spiritually, okay, if we are into those lusts, that we cannot control, and then we are, that weakens our soul, okay, and spirit. So we are into these. Okay, so these are the ultimate pits that we fall into. Okay, so that's when we cry. We look up and we want to find help. So we and then one day, by the mercy of Creator, that help arrives, and we kind of crawl back to the ground state. Where we feel like a normal person. So this is one possibility. This life also offers us the peaks, the maximum points in our life. Okay, so all of us, we all human beings, we have goodness in us, and we can, like, bring it out, and then we can, and we know our moments. So what were the moments in my life, in our life, when we were at the peak? We were living at the top there. Okay, so this life offers us both possibilities. It shows us the lowest of lows, the ultimate pits, and then the highest peaks. Okay, so why I said strange? Why? Because, so let me give you an example first. So we see infants around, kids around, little babies. So when an infant, so they have this nature inherent in them that they want to touch everything. Okay, and feel it. So if you have something like extremely hot or extremely cold, object around them, so if that infant crawls and touches that very hot object, so it will, push back, pushes hand back, and then, so this memory will stay in his, in her or his mind, and then you will not find the same infant, touching the hot object again. They won't make that mistake again. But with us adult human beings, so when we grow big, we are adult, and we think that we have learned everything that we needed to know in life. We have learned our religion, from our society, from our parents, and now we are big enough, to understand everything. Or if we don't believe in religion, whatever you want to call it, a way of life that we learn, our personal view of life, or of the universe that is around us, of the world that is around us. So that's when we think that we have understood everything. Okay, so but we human beings, we okay, so we are offered these lows and high points initially in our life, but then we intentionally, consciously, we like to go back into those traps, the ultimate pits that I was talking about, where we suffer physically, emotionally, and spiritually. We like to take trips to those. Okay, and you can say in some societies, like open societies, you can say we openly do it, and those societies where we have to kind of have this covering of religion on us, so that we are respectable, in that society. So there we hide, basically. So over there we take secret trips to these ultimate pits. Okay, so what do I mean by that? That when we see that there is nobody around, like it's nighttime, or when we think that our mind is free of there is nobody around. Okay, so our mind feels like there is no one watching. So that's when we like to take those trips, to the ultimate depths, because we enjoy there. Okay, we enjoy physical abuse of our bodies, with substance abuse, with alcohol, with anything that can. And we know, our science tells us, our doctors tell us, everybody tells us that there are things that are harmful for this body. And then we know that there are if you just fulfill your lusts, keep doing that, so it weakens your soul. Okay, but we take those trips, knowingly. We go into those depths, and then we kind of figure out, by this age, we know that how to crawl out of those pits. So whenever we feel like there is knock at the door, or there is somebody, like it's dawn moment, it's morning time, or our mind is aware of other presence, so we come out, and then we have this covering of religion on us again, that, oh, we are good. Okay, so that's my observation. We don't want to live at those high points. We don't want to explore those points more and more and more. Rather we want to go back to those pits. That's the unfortunate part, and that's why I said the we are strange kind of creation here. And the story does not end here. It would be fine if it's at the personal level. If one person is doing it, that's fine. But the problem comes when this person who likes to take these secret trips, to his ultimate low points of his soul, and then he comes back, okay, to the ground state, and then where he sees other human beings moving around in his society, on the street and cities and everywhere. But when he comes back, he expects all other human beings to be living at their highest points. Okay, he wants and he expects the best from everybody. Okay, but he himself has this dual nature. Okay, and with this behavior, if majority population shows this behavior in a society, those societies don't develop, don't change. You cannot call them like living and breathing societies. They're not religious societies at all.